Welcome in Basement Bookie YouTube channel, and we start things off with yesterday. As I think it was the A team said this. I love when a plan comes together. Yesterday, I kind of gave you my gambling strategy on baseball. Now, it doesn't always work. Does not always work. Does not always work. But my strategy is pretty simple. I try to find games that are plus 150 or more for odds, and I bet two of them, with the idea of trying to go 1-1 and making 50 bucks. Okay, so yesterday I chose, let me pull up my other screen here. There it is. Okay, so I can see it. The Cardinals minus 1.5 in the run lines. I love run lines too. Usually, in a perfect world, I'm trying to find plus 150 numbers on the minus 1.5 run lines. And so yesterday I found two I liked. The Cardinals minus 1.5 over the Padres, and they took care of business 9-7. I was a little bit worried there for a second. And then the Tigers minus 1.5 over the Blue Jays. The Tigers lost to the Blue Jays, and I got some emails, some texts yesterday from Blue Jay fans, and I understand that. And I like the Blue. I don't like the. I'm a Red Sox fan. I don't like the Blue Jays, but I like the way they play. I like the way they're playing, and all I said was that they, and it's hard to kind of use the word. I don't say luck. They win lots of close ball games, and when you're gambling, when you're trying to project, you look for the market correction. Now, it may not come for the Blue Jays. They may have one of these seasons where they continue doing this all year long, all the way to the World Series, and win it. And if they do that, good for them. They're World Series champions. Okay. Um, we saw this last year in NFL with the Chiefs. The Chiefs, weren't projected to keep on. Eventually, they're going to lose. And I'm going to have a thing on the Chiefs this year as well about that. So it happened. So anyway, 1-1 yesterday. As you can see right there, we made 55 bucks. That's kind of the plan. That's kind of the plan on here too. So that's all we're doing. So let's go to today's game. So what do we have for today? It's a great baseball day. Lots of great games, but there's not many things that stick out a ton. Okay, so first of all, if I go through the run line games, there's not, let me see how many plus 150 games there are. So you got a plus 145, Diamondbacks for the Pirates. It's not 150 though. And sometimes I make a judgment call. I mean, if it's plus 145, I could do it. But it doesn't quite, go with my plan here. So the only other one, the Blue Jays minus 1.5 runs at plus 150. I'm going to stay away from that. Sorry, Blue Jays. I'm not jumping on that. I still think the Blue Jays are going to start to kind of come back a little bit to the field. They may not, but I think they are. So I'm going to stay away from the Blue Jays. Um, anything else on the run lines? Astros are plus 145 at 1.5 runs. No, does not fit the bill. The Guardians over the Royals minus 1.5. The Guardians are a team too that's been a little bit kind of worse than their record, and the Guardians aren't a great team, but they should be even worse. So I'm going to stay away from that as well. That does not fit what I want to do. So as you can see, the Giants at 148 over the Mets. Let me check something real quick in the Giants too. Um, that could be a possibility there too. 148 um, on the Mets there. So not a whole lot in that run line category. However, in the money line category, the Marlins are plus 180, okay, to win the game over the Brewers. Intriguing. The Rockies are plus 175 with the Orioles. Also intriguing. Um, as for the Red Sox and Dodgers, this is, as everyone knows, I'm a Red Sox fan, and I don't bet with my heart. I will say this though. I think that the Red Sox will take two of three this weekend from the Dodgers. And not really a Red Sox thing. The Dodgers are a hot mess right now. They'll be fine. The Dodgers will be fine. But right now they're a hot mess. Their bullpen is just in shambles, and I think the Red Sox being at home will get the bats going, and they'll find a way to take 2 to 3. I like the over in a lot of these games too. I think the over is going to hit probably 2 to 3 times as well on that. So back to the Marlins and Brewers game real quick. I like the Marlins here. The Brewers are really good, um, but they're a little bit inflated here lately. They've beaten up in the Dodgers. The big win streak they had was beating the Dodgers. That's great. I mean, good for them. But the Dodgers are a hot mess. I think now a little bit coming back to earth a little bit. The Marlins are not an easy team to play against. They're kind of scrappy. And so I'm going to go ahead and take the plus 180 in the Marlins. Okay. So the other game I like is the Rockies. Now the Rockies have been bad, um, but on the peripheral, um, they're not as bad as their record. Does that make sense? And the Orioles are also bad. So I'm going to go ahead. And the Rockies have been playing a little bit better lately as well. I kind of like the Rockies here too. You're two bad teams, and the Orioles are kind of giving up on the season. And the Rockies, while they're out of it, but they're not. They're trying to make sure they're not absolutely horrific. So I'm going to go and take. I mean, this is what happens with gambling sometimes. You got to take the teams that are just god awful. And when you go ahead and have two bets where you're taking the Marlins and the Rockies, you have to have a screw loose. But that's how I feel. So those are my two I'm going to go today. So we're going to go ahead and risk 100 on these. We're risking 100 on these right here. And the idea, once again, is that we are going to try to break even. The one-on-one to make money. Okay, so there's yesterday's picks up there too. So there we go. And really, and this one here, the odds are plus 180, plus 175. If we go 1-1, depending on what it is, we'll win 75 bucks at the least and 80 bucks at the most. Or you can go 2-0 and you win. Do the math real quick, but um, a lot more than that, right? You can live what 155, 155. Or you can go 0-2. All right, so that's kind of how it is. So tracking up here, my little track sheet here. I started using this website here recently, and all time you can see I'm up 221 right now, doing all baseball games. Not all of them fit that plus 150 script. I had some Yankee games in there too. I took the Red Sox at plus 2023 the other night, but I'm going to stick to my basic philosophy on that. And of course, we're all ready for football season. College football season starts up in, we're looking at what, 5 weeks now? 5 weeks from college football season. And of course, this is when this channel, the Basement Bookie, will have its most gambling content. Well, I'll do a video probably on Thursday or Wednesday in college football season, and kind of doing my picks for the weekend. But the cool thing about YouTube now too, as opposed to the newsletter I did, is that I can jump on here real quick on a Saturday afternoon and or a halftime of a Saturday game, and give a game that I wasn't thinking about betting that now new information came out, especially college football injuries, who's not playing, all those things too. And so NFL as well will do. But as you know from the newsletter, I love figuring out the best picks for college football each weekend. And so we'll have a bunch of stuff up on that as well. So keep on watching, subscribe, hit the bell I may do some live stuff too during college football season on the Saturday. So hit the bell and subscribe, all that good stuff. So you get the stuff sent to your phone right away when something's posted around there so you don't miss it. And hopefully we will have a winning college football season like we had the last 2 years. NFL, we weren't great in NFL last 2 years, but college football, we we were uh, we were winning on the money, and we're going to keep on doing that. So that's the plan. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Have a great night. Until next time.